Experiment 1. Determination of the formula unit of a compound. Learning outcome. At the end of lesson, students should be able to synthesize a zinc chloride compound and determine the formula unit of zinc chloride. Before we start the experiment, let us study what is empirical formula. Empirical formula is the simplest ratio of atoms of element present in a compound. Let's say CH2. This is a simplest ratio for a certain molecule. So what is a molecular formula? Molecular formula is chemical formula that shows actual number of atoms of each element in a molecule. Let's say N equals to 2, so become CH2, CH4. So this is actual number of atoms. But how about formula unit? Formula unit is empirical formula for any ionic or covalent network solid. Ionic can be NaCl, MgO, Al2O3. Covalent network solid more for silicon oxide. Now, so this is a process of the zinc metal react with the HCl. So during the process, hydrogen gas is released and from the aqueous solution of a zinc chloride is produced. So the zinc chloride produced will evaporate to dryness, leave a pure solid product. So the process is zinc react with HCl will form zinc chloride solution. After zinc chloride solution heated, you will form the zinc chloride solid and at the same time hydrogen gas released. So before we go to the next slide, you must know how to complete the equation. So zinc is 1, Cl is a 2, meaning that you must put the 2 at HCl. So 2 HCl meaning 2H, yes, 2H and 2Cl2. So the ratio of the zinc chloride according to the theory is 1:2. Precaution step. Careful add the HCl into crucible contain zinc powder and stir gently. Make sure all the zinc powder used react with the HCl. Hydrogen gas released, so must not near the fire source. So avoid the overheating and the spreading of liquid. So because it will cause the loss of compound. The first solid is appear with the zinc chloride dihydrate. So water continue will evaporate. All the material should become a crusty white solid and will begin to melt around the edge almost immediately. So when you found it's a melting process, so it must stop heating. So meaning that this is a crucible, this is a solution of the zinc chloride. So when we heat, so you will lose the water, so the water will lose, evaporate, and at the end they will form the solid, so solid zinc chloride. So how you make sure all the water evaporate? So when you feel that you will release the white fume gas, this one meaning that the zinc chloride start melting. So you must stop the heating so to avoid the zinc chloride lost the mass. Next, cool the crucible to room temperature before weighing. So this is a crucible with a lid. So this one is a zinc chloride. So during the zinc chloride in a hot condition, the air will rising the cool air will go down. So in this condition, so when you weighing, the reading is not stable. So that's why you must cool the crucible in room temperature first. So the next one must alert is cover the crucible with the lid. So this is a lid. Why? Because zinc chloride is a hygroscopic property. Hygroscopic property means some of substance that able to absorb the air, they're able to absorb the water from the air, like honey. So zinc chloride also can behave like this. So we cover the lid so that zinc chloride not absorb the moisture from air. If you didn't cover the lid with for the zinc chloride crucible, so at the end you will find that zinc chloride like the liquid they'll form the liquid. So the seventh is to ensure the all the water is evaporate. So we'll start with for the second heating, reheat the crucible and cool it and rewet it. So total we can repeat the step for the second heating and the third heating. So at the end you can calculate the ratio of zinc chloride. So if the number for the ratio is not integral, let's say maybe this one zinc chloride you get 2.5 and the Cl you get 5.0. So 2.5 you can't make it like, oh teacher, this one near to 3.0 is wrong. So you must times something to make it all the number x and y is a whole number. So for this case you can times 2. So the 2.5 will become 5, 5 will become 10. So this one is part for calculation. This is data for sample 1, where it's a mass of crucible plus zinc chloride, mass of zinc powder, and this is 3 heating. So now we'll get the last heating as our calculation. The first one is a mass. How to get the mass of a zinc chloride? Is a mass of crucible plus zinc chloride minus mass of crucible. So the answer we'll get is 0.538. To get the answer, mass of chlorine is a mass of zinc chloride minus mass of a zinc powder. So the answer I get is 0.28. So we're using these two information. First one is a mass of zinc powder. Second is a mass of chlorine to do the calculation of the molecule formula unit. For the next calculation, mass of zinc is a 0.258 and mass of chlorine is a 0.28. So to get the number of moles, 0.258 divided by 65.4. So I will get the answer is 3.945 times 10 minus 3. For the chlorine, 0.28 divided by molar mass 35.5. So I will get 7.887 times 10 minus 3. So to get the mole ratio, I will divide by the smallest one. So 3.945 times 10 minus 3 divided by 3.945 times 10 minus 3. So I will get 1. 7.887 times 10 minus 3, I will divide by 3.945 times 10 minus 3. So I get 2. So meaning that the formula unit of zinc chloride is a ZnCl2. This is a sample 2 where it's a mass of crucible plus lid. So this is answer. Mass of crucible plus zinc powder plus lid, and this is a mass of zinc powder. So mass of crucible plus zinc chloride, that means after the heating plus lid, the first heating, so 60.4078, second heating 60.3962, where it's increased, but for third heating 60.4007, maybe the sample already absorbed the water from air, so mass increase. So we cancel the third heating. We're using second heating for calculation. So how to calculate the mass of zinc chloride is mass of the crucible plus zinc chloride plus lead minus the mass of crucible plus lead. So the answer I get is 0.4747 gram. So mass of chlorine is mass of the zinc chloride minus mass of the powder. So I get the answer 0.2197. For calculation part, the mass of zinc is 0.2555 gram. For the mass of Cl is 0.2197 gram. So number of mole is 0.2555 divided by 65.4 gram per mole. So for the number of mole Cl is 0.2197 divided by 35.5. So at the end, I will get the answer is 3.9069 times 10 minus 3. This one I get the answer 6.1887 times 10 minus 3. So to get the mole ratio, I will divide by smallest mole. So the smallest mole is for zinc. So 3.9069 times 10 minus 3 divided by 3.9069 times 10 minus 3. So I get the answer is 1. But for chlorine, 6.1887 times 10 minus 3 divided by 3.9069 times 10 minus 3, I will get the answer is 1.58. 1.5 you can round off to become 2. So what I should do is I divide by the number which one 1.5 can become the whole number. So I divide by 2. I times 2. So this one I times 2. So this one I get 2 and this one I get 3. 3.16 round off to 3. So at the end, the empirical formula for zinc chloride is Zn2Cl3. So this is the case for which one you need to times the number to get the whole number. For discussion, compare the result of formula unit of zinc chloride according to theory and experiment. So you can list out the formula unit for theory and experiment you get. So 2, give the 3 reasons for error of experiment, and the last one, give 3 precaution steps of the experiment. After complete the lab report, don't forget to answer the 3 questions in your lab report. So I think you can solve the problem. For last part is a conclusion. Usually conclusion is based to the objective. So objective number 1 is a synthesis of the zinc chloride. So that's why the first sentence is you must able to write how the zinc chloride compound form. Second one is a formula unit of zinc chloride. So you can answer formula unit of zinc chloride according to theory was, and from the experiment was what. So you can do the comparison. So this is a conclusion for this lab report.